gosh, the $1,000,000 question here on Mindset Reset Monday. What do you really want? Like, what do you really, really want? I'm not going to go Spice Girls on you. Definitely not Spice Girl. What do you want? You know, most of us live our lives feeling we don't have much choice. This can vary from where we live, who we are responsible for, who we are responsible to, what we believe our capabilities are in every way, as in achievement, financially, emotionally. We are all far more capable. And so when I ask you what it is you really want, you might have in your head answered, I want X, but that will never happen. I coached one of my clients yesterday, and she was talking about wanting to own a retreat space. And when we really got into the logistics of it, the reason she wasn't taking any steps forward towards it is because actually she thought she had to own the retreat space to run a retreat. And I said, well, I've run 3 retreats and I run escape days. They're called She Escapes, reset days. They're full intensive for people that are, like personal development, are really into it and understand it and really want more from it. Coaches and trainers and therapists. And she then went, oh, so I don't have to own the space. Now, it sounds really logical when you say it like that, but I think she was thinking about there not being many costs involved if you owned the place, which of course I now can look at and go, well, you would have lots of costs involved if you owned the place. And actually, when you rent a space, there's lots and lots of benefits to it. They already have the insurance, they're already geared up for it, they will already cater it quite a lot of the time. They're set up for it in the way of the furniture and the space and everything that's going on. It's got the right energy, it's got the right feel, it's usually got some nice gardens with it. It's usually where I have run my She Escapes retreats down in Somerset, just stunning, absolutely perfect. To recreate that myself, God, I'd have to really go some in energy, time and investment. So sometimes what we really want is achievable earlier, sooner than we think. We're putting some barriers, I couldn't possibly, that doesn't happen for me, that's not the kind of thing. And it's very rarely true. Very rarely true. Now, I'm not saying you haven't got some barriers. You might have some health stuff that's going on for you. You might have some financial stuff. We've had a pretty tricky 2 or 3 years in this country, as we know, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to get much better, judging by the forecasts. But actually, there's always something you can do to move closer towards what you really want. But the first thing you have to do is to work out what that is. It's about 5, 6 years ago, I found myself in a position where I could live anywhere. I'd created the laptop lifestyle that everybody talks about, which, trust me, is not all that, I'm not going to lie, it was not a piece of me. I prefer to have a lovely, beautiful house with everything I need around me than be struggling to find internet connection and, you know, carrying laptops and making sure they're charged, etc. I love a desktop with dual screen. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'd lived a life that I thought I wanted based on what everybody said I should have. And when I got there, I didn't want it. When I got there, I didn't want it. And then I asked myself the question, well, Vivian, what the hell do you want? You thought you wanted this lifestyle of travel, but what you realize is actually doing that is not really what you want to do. And if you do want to travel, you want to have fun and do it, and it's not work. Let's put it that way. So I had to ask myself, and I worked out that I could live anywhere. I could do anything. I have a strong belief that I can achieve anything I put my mind to. If I desperately and definitely want it, I will absolutely achieve it. And you know what? In that moment, I had no bloody idea. I didn't even know where I wanted to live. I thought, oh, maybe I'll meet someone and I'll go and live where they live. Listen to that. I heard myself. I'm like, oh, you can't make your own decision about where you want to live. Well, you don't know, because you don't know what all the choices are available to you. You haven't expanded your mind, Vivian, as to what it might be like. So I set about trying to work out, even in countries where I'd want to live, how it would feel each day. In NLP, we call it future pacing. So I was kind of trying it on for size. I was working out, you know, not just the fantasticness of, oh, it'd be lovely weather and I can sit on the beach and go for a walk when I fancy it, but actually it'd be too hot to work sometimes. Everybody else will siesta at 2 o'clock. I'm not used to it. All the negatives as well. So trying it on for size. So if you're not sure what you want and you want to try some stuff on for size and you're not quite sure how to do that, I'm happy to help you through that. You can either book a call with me, 15 minutes, to just work out how that happens. And if you can afford to, or if you can afford not to, work out what you want for your future. or you can book a breakthrough session where we reset your mind around your direction, get some clarity, get some real aligned kind of definition and a good feeling so that you absolutely go towards it rather than saying, oh, I could or I should. Or even just writing it on a piece of paper, because sometimes the vision board's not going to work if you don't believe it. Just going to say that. Somebody needs to hear that. So if you want to have some help with this, or you really want to find out what you want, this could be in life, business, relationships, friendships, health, you know, where you end up in your world, what your legacy is, how you want to feel by the end of your life. These are some really big stuff that I help people with. And if you want some help with that, you know where I am. Look forward to hearing from you.